So, you just met the woman of your dreams. She makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. You don't want to look at her from a distance. Now you want to get to know her better. What are you going to do to make it happen? There's only one thing you can do, and that is to approach her. Yes, you're going to have to deal with feeling uncomfortable. But that's the way life is unless you want to spend all of your days on earth miserable and single. Somehow you've got to get used to the butterflies in your stomach and make the first move. It's not easy, you'll never not have those butterflies, but somehow you learn how to cope with them. Unless you marry the first woman you approach, you're going to have to do this several times in your life. The first thing you want to do is appear to be confident. What is confidence? The woman must feel that you are confident in yourself. Are you really feeling confident right now? No, you're not. You are a mess on the inside, and you couldn't be more afraid. You can't let the woman know what you're going through. That's why you act calm, cool, and collected. You don't ever allow her to see that you're feeling uneasy. Sure, she might find a small amount of anxiety cute, but if you're shaking in your shoes, it's not going to go well. Remember, we have instincts in us that are far beyond anything we can control. Your chances of success dwindle drastically if she feels that you're a coward. Make eye contact with her when you first talk. How do you make eye contact with a girl? You want to look her directly into the eyes when you're talking to her. Don't give her one of these serial killer stares that will freak her out. Blink and don't act like you're talking to an executioner when you're exchanging pleasantries. Instead, make sure she knows that you're confident enough to look her directly into the eye. You must make eye contact when saying the first few words, or she won't take you seriously. It's all about portraying yourself as someone who is confident. She will see you as someone too weak to deal with the typical struggles of everyday life if you can't look her directly into the eye. Try to instill a little humor to make her smile. Break up the tension by injecting a little humor into the situation. A quick one-liner is all it takes. You don't want to be cheesy and say something you found on the internet. Women are always being bombarded with pickup lines that guys get online. Don't be one of those guys because she is going to forget all about you. Try to get her to giggle or, at the very least, crack a smile. No one is saying that you need to be a stand-up comedian, but a little humor goes a long way when you're trying to break the ice. Don't lay it on too thick or it will push her away. You've seen guys do this all the time when talking to a woman they just met. They bring it on way too strong and tell her that she's the most beautiful woman they've ever seen. You know, they're over the top, and the woman can't see right through it. The woman backs away slowly because she's nervous about how the guy is overreacting. A compliment about her hair or something is nice, saying that you've never seen a woman so beautiful is way over the top. The woman might be the hottest thing you've ever seen, but you can't let her know that. Wait until you've had a few dates and feel comfortable around each other to start talking like that. Allow her to warm up to you after you've made the first move. Don't hit her with too much right off the bat when you're talking to her. Ease on into the conversation and all to go wherever it may be. Don't ask her out on a date in the first or second sentence. Instead, ask towards the end when you can see how the conversation is going. You might find that she isn't interested in you at all, and asking her out on a date is a waste of your energy. Seeming like you're desperate is also a bad thing, and you will come across as being desperate if you ask her too quickly to go out on a date. Chat it up, see where things are going, and then make your move. If you regularly visit her, you might not want to ask her out on a date right away. If she works at the local coffee shop, for example, maybe talk to her after a few visits and then pop the question. Close with confidence and follow it up by asking for a little personal information from her. It might not be the right time to ask her out on a date. What do? Ask her for her phone number, Facebook information, or email address. If you can't gauge her level of interest, it might be best to take a small step instead of a big one. If she tells you what her Facebook account is, then you can talk to her on there. The important thing is that you're moving forward in the right direction without being too pushy. If she isn't ready to go out on a date, then it's no big deal. Relationships begin in small steps, and she might not be prepared to take a big leap of faith with you just yet. Rejection is normal, and you've got to get used to it. Not every time a baseball player is at bat, they hit the ball. Sometimes they swing and miss so hard that it throws them for a loop. You're going to strike out. There's no doubt about it that sometimes a woman won't respond to your advances. If you take it personally, then you're setting yourself up for an emotional roller coaster that's hard to get off of. Accept the fact that she might not be into you or is too shy to say that she has a boyfriend and move on. Also, many women these days don't wear wedding rings if they're married. You might stumble upon someone who's married but doesn't wear a ring. Prepare yourself for the possibility that she might be married and not broadcasting it to the world.